My talk today will be on broken Zimbabwe. It's time to mend. With so many millions of people out of the country, some are in South Africa, New Zealand, Australia, Botswana, United States of America, United Kingdom, you name it. You tend to wonder, is there anyone in this country who is really bothered about that? With so many families broken apart, fathers are in South Africa, mothers are in Europe, kids are in America, uncles are somewhere else. Tell me honestly, is there anybody in this country who is bothered about it? With so many people with no food and no decent place to live in a country that is called the breadbasket of Africa, is there anyone who is really bothered about this? With our kids going to school on an empty stomach and getting to school where there are no books, no teachers, they have to get educated under a tree. Is there anyone in this country who is really bothered about this? With all the workers going to work on a daily basis and never getting paid for what is due to them, is there anybody who is bothered about this? With public services almost non-existent in a country of more than 14 million people, is there anybody who is bothered about this? With the economy so broken down, is there anybody who is really bothered about this? Hospitals that have no doctors, no nurses, no equipment, no medication, no technicians. Is there anybody in this country who is bothered about this? With all our natural resources being mortgaged by other countries at the expense of Zimbabweans, is there anybody who is bothered about this? With so many workers retiring from work, but with no pension, is there anybody who is bothered about this? With a country with so many highly educated people, but cannot have its own currency, is there anybody who is bothered about this? So many political parties in Zimbabwe that are so fragmented. Is there anybody who is really bothered about this? With so many people dying of diseases that can be cured, is there anybody who is bothered about this? With so many families with no clean water in their homes, in a free Zimbabwe, is there anybody who is bothered about this? With so many people who have land and yet produce nothing on that land, is there anybody who is bothered about this? So many of our children graduating from universities and colleges and yet have no work. Is there anybody who is bothered about this? So many parents who have worked so hard to put their children in school and yet have never had the chance to be proud of their kids. Is there anybody who is bothered about this? In a world that anybody Everybody surely can live a normal life, and yet people of Zimbabwe are struggling through and through. Is there anybody in Zimbabwe today who is bothered about this? With so many Christians filling up so many churches, and yet do not enjoy the benefits of godliness. Is there anybody who is bothered about this? Oh, broken Zimbabwe, it is time to heal. With so much corruption in all institutions of government, is there anybody who is bothered about this? With police beating up their masters, that's the people. Is there anybody who is really bothered about this? Broken Zimbabwe, it is time to heal. We have been broken politically. We have been broken spiritually. We have been broken socially. We have been broken economically. We have been broken mentally. We have been broken emotionally. We have been broken in all the alleys. Broken Zimbabwe, it is time to heal.